Facebook land. How's everybody today? Today is New Moon Day. It's June 13th, and it is a very special new moon today, as all new moons are. I think most of us know that new moons are all about new beginnings, and it's time to begin anew. So the new moon happens, it's at its height, I guess we'll call it, at 5:16 Newfoundland time, and that is exactly when I plan to start the actual meditation. Tonight's meditation, and I'll do this before I do it, I'm reading it from Sylvia Browne's Temples on the Other Side book, and the meditation I'm using is called Meditation for the Hall of Meditation. It's beautiful. It took me a little while to find it, but it's perfect for tonight. So let me tell you some of the stuff I've found out for tonight. Bruce McClure in Tonight talks about the June new moon is a super moon. Now, I thought we were all done with the super moons, but not according to Bruce McClure. He says Richard Knoll back in 1979 defines a supermoon as a new or full moon which occurs with the moon at or near its closest approach to Earth in a given orbit. So that's at 5:16 Newfoundland time. But because we are viewing the dark side of the moon, you might, this is really cool, you might, if you are really lucky, see the young moon returning to visibility in the western sky for a brief while after sunset tomorrow night, June the 14th. Now, I'm asking that Corinne Young, and Corinne may see this video later on, I'm asking Corinne if she can have some input into the new moon, the fact that there are 8 fixed stars, 8 fixed planets. I'm not the astrology guru. Ashley is, usually when she's here, and Ashley right now is on her way home from work. I would say that Ruby is on her way home from work as well. I wanted to do this meditation specifically so we would start it right when the new moon is at its height for us in Newfoundland. Right on. So, from what I took from the moon woman, her name is Tanishka, Tanishka. She says, "Greetings, divine beings. We are now approaching the new moon in Gemini. Gemini is an air sign, so it asks us to harness the power of the mind without being enslaved by it." Like some of us are in here and we're not realizing that we can actually think and feel with our heart as well, not just with our head. So this is a time when we may experience anxiety generated by fearful illusions of the mind that cloud our judgment and create mental confusion. That's where it all comes from. And if we slip back down into our heart and listen to our heart, even just listen, hear it, put your hand up and feel it beating, it will lessen your anxiety. It truly will. It's a huge, big organ that has such incredible memory and such incredible love for us, as we've all learned. Well, most of us who've taken part in ATIH, Awakening the Illuminated Heart, and that I'm just absolutely amazed by the work that I'm really grateful to Ruby White for bringing Luke here to do this work with us. It's been an amazing journey, and it continues. So one of the biggest challenges, according to Tanishka, one of the biggest challenges during a Gemini transit is to know our own mind so we can discern the truth from illusion. People are always kind of getting in your head and telling you this and telling you that. You don't know what to believe, and Newfoundland is so full of superstition but it's illusion. None of it is real. So if something's caused you to question what you thought you knew to be true, come back to your heart by connecting with your breath until you feel what resonates as truth. Over the past couple of weeks, I've found out some harsh truths, and when we come back to our heart, though, we know that in actual fact, we're responsible for ourselves. We're responsible for how we feel. We can do that. We're strong enough. We can do that. So when we come back to our heart, this minimizes the chance of giving one's personal power over to a false teacher, someone who undermines rather than affirms our intuition, usually by claiming to have all the answers and asserting other viewpoints that are wrong. Another form of this is submitting to a group mind that undermines our ability to think for ourselves. So it's pretty interesting. According to Astrology King, this new moon is all about good fortune and lasting happiness, which is something we all want to attain. So, and I'll continue reading on what Tanishka has written. This Gemini influence may also reveal how our mind can sabotage our heart's deepest desires as a habitual pattern by projecting multiple reasons that diminish the plausibility of our soul's intent. Now, there's a few who may think, what did you just say? It's like, okay, basically what I just said was that your mind can override your heart. If you understand that what's going on in your head is not yours, go into your heart, right? Or if you're wondering if it's yours, go into your heart. The answers you receive from your heart are generally very quick, and you know that when you hear that thing, the very first thing you hear is always right. The very first thing you hear generally comes from your heart. If it's this conversation that's, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know, that's your mind. Okay. If you're wanting to go down a road that you're not sure, literally, you're in your car, you're driving, should I take this turn? And you hear, no, don't go. Because that came right straight from your heart. And there's a reason that you shouldn't go down that road. That's the thinking of the heart. Since Gemini is the sign of creative manifestation, do consider harnessing the power of this new moon by visualizing with gratitude and affirming your highest hopes. The first 8 hours after exact new moon, which is at 5:16, so the first 8 hours is the optimal power window to invoke assistance for help with communication, multitasking, research, and networking. This is a very cool new moon. There's a lot we can learn, actually, with this new moon. One of the things that I've taken to doing, and it's one of the things that most people who know what they're talking about when it comes to meditation and how we take care of ourselves mentally and physically, will say that if you have a morning spiritual ritual. Now that's not praying, that's not sitting in a corner praying or anything else. What I've taken to doing since the 31st of May, I have a journal. Before I do anything else, I get out of bed, before I even turn my kettle on for my much needed coffee, I write a full page in my journal. Not necessarily about dreams, or if I remember the dreams, that's great. I'm learning from the dreams I had last night that I really need that book by my table, Ruby and Donna. As I say that, simply because Ruby is the dream lady who we did a beautiful dream workshop with. And if I had had my book beside me this morning, I would have written an entire book about what I dreamt last night. However, I didn't. But I did write in my book. And a lot of it is just gratitude for a good night's sleep, gratitude for the roof over my head. I fill the page. And like when I go back to read this in years to come, it'll probably be, what was I talking about? But it's just words. I want to put words on paper. To me, it's important. And then I sit for 10 minutes in absolute silence. And I do our unity breath meditation, which is, giving love to Gaia, giving love to the universe, and giving love to ourselves. And just sitting in silence for at least 10 minutes. It's just become my morning ritual. And there's others I'm going to add into it, and especially after the weekend that I just had with our phenomenal psychic and intuitive instructor, Donna Thistle Power. I've decided that I'm going to read 3 pages every morning from the 3 manuals that we've got, because it's amazing work. I absolutely love it. So me and my mouth, I've got 6 minutes to get out what Taneshka has talked about this new moon. So the new moon in Gemini, archetypal energy, Hermes, the Magi, trickster lesson to honor our multifaceted nature and transcend limited thinking. At new moon, both the sun and moon are in the same sign. When that occurs in Gemini, we get tested on the archetypal lessons of Hermes, regardless of whether we have our personal sun in Gemini, sun or moon in Gemini. Saint Germain, who many believe was a reincarnation of the Egyptian high priest Thoth, and also Merlin of Babylon, were men who embodied the Hermes archetype positively. You may wish to invoke their assistance this week. So it's a matter of just calling out, Merlin, help, I need your help, or Thoth, I need your help, please. When our inner Hermes aspect is empowered, we take full responsibility for the external circumstances we're manifesting through our subconscious expectations. Hermes represents the inner Magi, the masculine archetype who governs our third eye. Master your manifestations. One of the ways we empower this aspect is to master our thoughts by identifying how we're projecting limitations onto ourselves or onto others or situations with negative self-talk that limits the greatest possible scenario manifesting. When our inner Hermes is disempowered, we may delude ourselves that our waking reality has nothing to do with our subconscious expectations, or we may try to control the apparent chaos of fate using deceitful means in the hope of turning circumstances to our advantage using manipulation. We all know people who do that to us on a regular basis. And those are the people we have to stay away from. And those are the situations that we have to stay away from, because sometimes we put ourselves, and mostly by accident, in situations that are really, really difficult to come out of. So here we've got how to harness the power of this new moon. As the new moon wanes down to its lowest ebb at new moon, it tends to invoke the shadow traits of the sign the new moon is in, Gemini. So, since Gemini can see our rational mind running us ragged, do try to find some time to reflect on the relationship between your subconscious and rational mind, so you can use your higher mind to manifest your highest destiny. Secondly, do be aware of the potential scams of Shadow Hermes by questioning deals that sound too good to be true. The question is to observe your subtle senses and act upon your intuition if something doesn't feel right. Behaviors of Shadow Hermes, the trickster: enchanting others using charm, telling them what they want to hear, and not honoring their word. And hypnosis by using techniques like NLP to personally profit at your expense, or online scams. NLP is neuro-linguistic programming, and it's a form of speech. It's the way we talk, actually. So, heal separation by bringing all facets together. Gemini is the sign of multiplicity. So, this influence is now assisting us to acknowledge, honor, and integrate all parts that are needed to create a functioning whole, whether that's identifying all the needs of the aspects that make up our psyche, appreciating individual team members' skills to participate, to create a cohesive project, or honoring all facets of yourself and your partner to create a harmonious partnership. When we become tunnel visioned with our focus, we forget to consider the multidimensionality of life. So we can end up operating in a state of rational arrogance and superiority. So If we're subscribing to negative self-talk, it diminishes our light by sabotaging our ability to be decisive due to distorted self-identity, which undermines our self-worth. It happens to all of us. When we transcend the rational mind by awakening all the aspects that comprise our soul, we open the central pillar within our energy body so we can access the higher universal mind. This enables us to download insights intuitively, which bring all the pieces of cryptic puzzles together, giving us greater understanding into life's mysteries. The lesson of Sagittarius, the opposite polarity on the Gemini axis. And now it is 5:16, and now we are going to begin our meditation. Immediately after our meditation, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in all of our signs for this new moon. All right, so it's time to get ready for meditation, which means I go off screen. You can still hear me, I'm quite sure, quite well. And if you would, have a seat. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply through your nose and gently but fully exhale through your mouth. Feel your body fully relaxed from your toes all the way to your crown. Every cell, every muscle relaxed. So relaxed. Now we will take 3 deep cleansing breaths together. With each inhale, visualize the color of lightning coming in through your nose, cleansing your head, heart, and all major organs, even your skin. Breathe out a mist that carries anything that we have been holding that no longer serves us and is not of us or of source. Now let's inhale together. Beautiful white light. That white mist. Let it go. Let it all go. Breathe in. And exhale. One more. And exhale. Breathe now in a normal way while we go to the hall of meditation. This medium-sized hall has a long rectangular shape, along with many columns supporting it, both outside and in. It is extremely peaceful inside, with soft blue light that seems to emanate from the interior columns, permeating throughout. There is a larger open space in the middle of the temple, but along the sides are small enclosed cubicles where people can go and be alone and tune into heavenly music or just have silence. Outside, there is a waterfall, so you might enjoy having the window open to hear the water running. This is not a place to go over negativity or your chart or what you have done. So take a deep breath and feel yourself going through this beautiful building. Feel that blue light, which is soothing, comforting, quieting, peaceful, and harmonious. Pulse throughout you. You go into a cubicle and find yourself reclining on a very fluffy chair that is softer than lamb's wool, and you relax. If you choose to leave the window open, you listen to the water running. Put your mind in a place of fragrant meadows, cool streams, and leafy trees. Put your mind on clouds crossing the sky. Put your mind in a field in which there is nothing but golden daffodils turning toward the sun. Or put yourself near the seashore, feeling your feet in the sand, the sun on your face, and the wind in your hair. Everything is euphoric. Everything is quiet. You have no worries, no cares. Breathing is very important, so breathe comfortably, freely. You lie there in this sublime feeling of being in tune, like my grandmother used to say, with the infinite. You are blended now. There are no worries. There are no traumas. You are so far away from violence of any kind, family or legal issues, the everyday hubbub, whatever. It is all so far away from you. No one bothers you here. No one can even find you here. You are in communion with Source. As the light breeze from the open window passes across you, you have never been happier. You have this sense of everything being right, of being home, of being on track, of quiet peace within you. Anxieties, worries, depression, and even past life traumas fall away. You might just want to lie there and look out at the waterfall and beyond, where there are mountains with meadows below. It is so quiet and peaceful. You can even smell the air. It is fresh and clean. Maybe you hear a bird chirping. You delight in every single drop that you hear from the waterfall. You feel a pleasant tingling starting at the tips of your toes and coming all the way up your body. Meditation in itself is certainly healing because it quiets the mind in the alpha state, where everything in your body can rejuvenate. So, you remind your soul mind that you are the ruler of your body. Tell yourself that you will be able to take yourself to this place anytime you wish. This is your own private space where the iridescent light of blue reflects and permeates. You can still hear the waterfall. You can still see the beautiful rose-colored sun shining on everything. And while you are lying there, you feel young, vital, and strong. You even look down at yourself and see just how young you are.
Thoughts can flit in and out, but nothing negative stays. It cannot. The blue light is very powerful. It permeates the soul mind and relaxes it. It is almost like you are now in a floating or altered state where everything seems to blend away. It is just you and the universe. Even if you feel as if there is a cloud around you, do not be concerned, because this is a state in which you can go astrally. It is you and the infinite. It is you and the infinite. The infinity of the love of Source. And you feel so prevalently in this state of meditation. You can call on all your guides. Mother God, Father God, Jesus, Mother Mary, whoever happens to be your messenger. But you are in a state of almost suspended thought. It takes some practice to actually put up a mental wall to block any negative thoughts that come in. But after a while, you will feel yourself just floating into the hall of meditation where quiet peace exists. When you are on this planet Earth, it is very important to go to this temple. We have become so jaded. This is like getting yourself back into your soul's nature of simplicity and taking joy in everything. You can stay here for as long as you want. I will wait while you sit. Lie back. Listen to the sounds that are so beautiful. Then you get up, come out of your space, go through the columns, down the steps, and come back. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Roll your shoulders forward and back. Come all the way back to yourself, feeling absolutely marvelous, better than you have ever felt before. 1, 2, 3. When you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Well, hello. It wasn't a long meditation, but I thought it was really powerful. I really did. I also found, when I was looking for Sylvia's book, this little book. This little book is called Reflections. A friend of mine, who I worked with, in 1975, gave me this book. She and I would go to, if anybody out there remembers Marty's restaurant, we would go to Marty's and we would have such deep discussions that it was actually mind-blowing. And we used to say, when we'd be talking, we'd talk really, really low, and we'd look around and say, if anybody's listening to us, they'll have us arrested. Because in 1975, the world wasn't really open to listening to your heart, meditation and all that. So I've got to show you, because I didn't even realize how she had spelled her name. So this is what she wrote to me. And back then, when I was young, really young, I spelled my name with an I, B-E-T-T-I. Where is it? There. And she has written Poetry in Motion, and then underneath that, and I wish I could find her. I've been looking for her everywhere. AFA, a friend always, love and peace. I want to read you these. This is a little short book with little passages. So here is a passage. It's a Navajo song. Walk on a rainbow trail, walk on a trail of song, and all about you will be beauty. There is a way out of every dark mist, over a rainbow trail. And then Thoreau. Only that day dawns to which we are awake. There is more day to dawn, but the sun is but a morning star. Gibran. To awaken at dawn with a winged heart and give thanks for another day of loving. Pope John, my goodness, the 23rd. Whoever has a heart full of love always has something to give. Isn't that beautiful? To know someone, this is by Goethe, G-O-E-T-H-E. To know someone here or there with whom you can feel there is understanding in spite of distances or thoughts unexpressed can make this earth a garden. I have so many friends like that. I love them all. Every single one of you guys that I never, ever see. But we still love each other a lot. This is Eric Fromm. Those whose hopes are strong see and cherish all signs of life and are ready every moment to help that which is ready to be born. Walt Whitman wrote, the sun and stars that float in the open air, the apple-shaped earth, and we up on it. Surely the drift of them is something grand. I do not know what it is, except that it is grand, and that is happiness. Thoreau again. If the day and the night are such that you greet them with joy, that is your success. And that's the end of the little book. I just had to read it to you. I just felt really warmed in my heart when I found it. I thought, I didn't even realize that I had it. All right, now you're in for your sign. This is from Bustle by Brandy Neal. How the June 2018 new moon will affect you based on your zodiac sign. Get ready to shine, because the forthcoming new moon in Gemini is going to rain down cosmic stardust and polish up your dull diamond heart. Love it. How the June 2018 new moon will affect you based on your zodiac sign largely has to do with whether or not you harness its cosmic energy to manifest what your heart desires. Gemini is a sign that makes information known. It communicates. Rather fitting, it does something more than communicating. Gemini exchanges. Andrew Ephandis wrote for Cosmos of Astrology, our need, with the moon in Gemini is to express ourselves and our feelings. Like, I love you guys. That's expressing. What's more, Astrology King reported that June 13th, 2018 new moon is heavily influenced by 8 fixed and very lucky stars. If you are looking to start a new chapter in your life, whether it be a job, relationship, or passion project, the new moon has literally aligned the stars to help you succeed. I have something else written by Astrology King. It says, the fixed star Mintaka, which a lot of you who I've done Soul Genesis readings for know that you're Mintakans, in Orion's belt, gives good fortune and protection to yourself and loved ones, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. A new moon is a good time to set goals, so this is an especially good new moon to start a new project, Astrology King advised. The stars in particular give the skills needed to do well in business. It's no secret that so far 2018 has been nothing short of a dumpster fire. Most people can relate to that. I know I can. However, the June 2018 new moon is an opportunity to turn things around. And here's how it will affect you based on your sign. Aries. My husband is an Aries. The June 2018 new moon is going to gift you with a month-long cycle of harmony and happiness. Yes! Which means you can relax and enjoy some much-needed inner peace. I've got to go upstairs and tell him this. This new moon gives good fortune, lasting happiness, and protection for you and your loved ones. It gives strength, energy, industry, organizing abilities, a sharp mind, and a good memory. Oh God, thank you, Lord. Astrology King noted, it also brings influential friends, valuable gifts, and love and respectable women, and love of respectable women. Aries, this new moon gives you permission to slow down and recharge your batteries so you have the energy to continue leading the way during the second half of 2018. If you're a Taurus, my daughter's a Taurus, the June 2018 new moon is going to have you embodying many traits of a Cancer. You might prefer staying home, engaging in a little spring cleaning, and inviting friends over to relax in your well-appointed sanctuary. And her sanctuary is very well appointed. Clean. This woman cleans. She's amazing. Your cosmic guardian, sensitive Venus, bunks down in Leo and your cozy 4th house until July the 9th. Thoughts will turn to hearth and home and perhaps some degree of domestic makeover. Keep the fridge and pantry loaded with healthy and hearty fare and some party treats. Since people might be popping in more than usual, the Astro Twins revealed on their website for visual inspiration, curl up with Pinterest and your favorite shelter and cooking blogs. Gemini. Gemini's mom, behind right here, over here, sorry.
over here. Behind me, there's a tiny little candelabra, and I brought that out specifically because this is a Gemini new moon, and this was Mom's candelabra. Mom was a Gemini, and so was my cousin Heather. And Heather, if you're watching, it's Gemini. This is all about you. If it feels like you've been stumbling around in the dark lately, the June 2018 new moon in your sign will suddenly make everything crystal clear. Use those lucky stars to light the path to your future. The new moon shows you better ways to project your skills and talents. It will be easier for the world to find you now. You could also discover a new way to promote a favorite cause. Horoscope.com noted on its website, it's time to wrap up old projects and focus your energy on the second half of 2018. You should feel your cosmic load lighten significantly as you enter the second half of the year. So for Cancer, if you're a crab, that's terrible. Not all Cancers are crabs. I guess they are, but if you're a crab, the June 2018 new moon is going to help you release things and people you've been holding on to longer than necessary. While it might be difficult to let go, you can only move forward if you've reconciled your past. The year's only new moon in Gemini lands in your 12th house of letting go and transitions, the Astro Twins revealed. This process could take a while, but if you're truly over this person, situation, or limiting behavior, rip that Band-Aid right off and let the healing begin. Everything has a shadow side, Cancer, yet we pretend we don't or try to run from it. We give it even more power. But when you acknowledge it and actually embrace it, you can win your independence from it. Leo, the lion. The June 2018 new moon is made for you. You will be able to take center stage, your absolute favorite place in the world, as you move effortlessly from one social gathering to another. The best part is you won't get weighed down by anything heavy because for you, the Gemini new moon is all about having fun. Indulge your inner social butterfly while the moon is new on June 13th. Horoscope.com suggested there may not be a lot of deep conversations, but that's fine. Just go for the casual, cordial, flirty encounters and have a lot of fun. Seriously, this is one time when skating on the surface of life is totally acceptable. Isn't that cool? It's about time. It's about time. All right, Virgo. If you've been frustrated by a stalled career during the first half of 2018, get ready to move forward like the boss you were always meant to be. While it will be tempting to get caught up in all of your new opportunities, make sure you harness the energy of the new moon to select the one that's right for you. The year's only new moon in Gemini lands in your 10th house of professional ambition and success, turbocharging your goals for the coming 6 months, the Astro Twins noted. New moons bring opportunities to head in different directions. If you've been rethinking your career trajectory, this lunar lift can give you some inspirational ideas. Libra, that's me. And that's Corinne too. It's no secret that people are drawn to your wisdom, style, and charm. Oh, I had no idea. And I can have fun in a phone booth, guys, so like I'm having fun. The new moon in Gemini is going to bring even more people into your energy field in the best way possible. Yes, I love people. Yes. Wednesday's new moon is going
is good for making new friends and for improving relationship with existing friends, partners, and family. Yay, yay, yay. Astrology King revealed your professional and private life should be harmonious and successful, which it has been for the past week, which is perfect. If you've been plagued by uncertainty during the first half of 2018, and who of us hasn't, and you've been more ambivalent than usual, the lunar energy of the June 2018 new moon will help you make some decisions for how to approach the second half of the year with confidence and clarity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Scorpio. The June 2018 new moon is going to have you feeling sassier and sexier than ever, and things are guaranteed to heat up in more ways than one. While people are always drawn to your mysterious aura, the new moon in Gemini could bring a new intimate partner. Ooh. Without changing a thing, your libido may get unleashed and you may literally feel your mojo rising as your inner fires get stoked. The Astro Twins noted the urge to merge physically, emotionally, and on a soul level could override practically everything. If you haven't been feeling it lately, this lunar lift will put you back in the game. Sagittarius, it's time to board the love train as the June 2018 new moon in Gemini ushers in new opportunities for romance. Romance may be the topic du jour on Wednesday, as 2018's only new moon in Gemini sounds a clarion call in your relationship corner. The Astro Twins predicted, regardless of your current status, moves you make midweek are likely to not only wake up, but shake up over the next 2 weeks and even the upcoming 6 months. Make sure to pair up with someone who is worthy of your love and compliments your free-spirited nature. Compliments are important. And when you get a compliment, a lot of people don't know how to take compliments. When you get a compliment, say thank you. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Capricorn. If a stalled creative project has been keeping you up at night, the June 2018 new moon in Gemini is going to provide renewed inspiration, and its cosmic energy will shine a light on the best path forward. An electrifying influence on your brain makes this an ideal time for any mental or creative work requiring originality. Astrology King revealed, increased open-mindedness and intuition can lead to flashes of insight and breakthroughs. Use the gift from the stars to take a deep look into your creative well and conceive new projects to carry you through the second half of 2018. Independent Aquarius, the June 2018 new moon in Gemini will encourage you to focus on yourself and indulge in your personal passions. If no one wants to join in the fun, you love going on your own way, and a solo day of self-care can go a long way toward resetting your mind, body, and soul for the second half of 2018. What's more, Astrology King noted, a feeling of peace and general well-being will help most areas of life run smoothly. This new moon gives good fortune, lasting happiness, and protection to you and your loved ones. And finally, pensive Pisces. The energy of the June 2018 new moon in Gemini will deliver a strong signal that it's time to get out of your head
and focus on making changes at home. All new moons bring opportunities for a fresh start, and this once-a-year event in your domestic quarters will turn your attention to home, sweet home, the Astro Twins noted. Over the next coming 6 months, you could do something mildly metaphoric or totally transformational. And to finish with the astrology part, no matter your sign, the June 2018 new moon in Gemini has enough good vibrations to go around. Take advantage of this massive lunar energy shift and you'll enjoy a much more productive and positive path through the end of 2018. So those are all of my notes for this new moon. The other thing I did do, a beautiful oracle deck, this oracle deck, Kuan Yin, came into my hands this year, last year, actually last summer. So before I actually opened up to do this meditation, I decided to draw a card for the entire group. And I thought, okay, what does everybody out there listening need to know today? And I pulled the Dance of the Butterfly Queen. I'll read it for you. A pure heart and sincere love attracts divine grace. With the grace of Kuan Yin, Butterfly Queen, that which was impossible becomes possible. It is so fitting for this new moon. From caterpillar to winged creature of delight, you cannot restrain what divine grace ordains, no matter how incredible it may seem to be. Whatever has been troubling you or whatever has been inspiring you, allow grace to infuse the situation or dream so that it may unfold with divine perfection. Allow the Butterfly Queen to dance. She will bring healing and grace to your life situation now, beloved one, with lightness of step and grace in her heart. I absolutely love these cards. I generally pull one every day. Divine grace flows through the Butterfly Queen with the lightness of touch and with great joy. She bestows blessings of healing, empowerment, and liberation. This is all everything that this new moon is bringing us to all of us. But it's really interesting that I happened to pull this card today. They're not interesting and no coincidences, because there are none. I was supposed to pull this card. There are no limits to what is possible with divine grace. It is the power that the Butterfly Queen, Kuan Yin, allows to flow through the pure channel of her heart. Kuan Yin encourages you to be ready to receive her grace and choose to let go of striving and instead to turn to your heart, calling out to unconditional divine love and beloved Kuan Yin to dance her grace through your life. Divine grace is not suddenly having a valuable lesson taken away from you. It is the intervention of compassionate, unconditionally loving, divine intelligence that helps you realize you have learned what you can, and now it is time for you to be assisted out of the situation, to be lifted up to a new vibrational experience, the new moon. Turn your mind to expectation of peaceful resolution and inspirational assistance. Let go of deep feelings of unworthiness that require that you must continue to struggle with limited resources on your own. Surrender false notions that allowing others to assist you is dependency, whether these others are in human form or spiritual form on the inner planes. It is interdependence to allow yourself to be assisted and to assist others. You are not handing over your power. You are allowing empowered divine relationship to make your power grow so you can rise above and be blessed. Butterfly Queen urges you now to let the heaviness of the situation go. Allow your heart to become light as air, as though her butterfly dance
was tickling your heart so lightly now. Her grace is reaching to you now, beloved. So, healing dance of the butterfly queen. So this is a little meditation that's always with every single card. There is a little meditation and there's a little prayer as well. So the meditation is allow yourself to find a place in nature or where you can observe something that is beautiful and peaceful, or perhaps sit before your altar at home with some flowers on it, or even a picture of a beautiful place that you love. You can close your eyes and visualize that you are in a beautiful, serene place in nature. Allow yourself to notice how every element of that natural setting just is. The water just flows, the trees just grow, the sun just shines, the rain just falls. There is no effort, there is just flow. Imagine now that your life, with all its various components and people, is like a scene in nature. Imagine the energy just flowing without restraint. Imagine as you let go of the effort and struggle to get things the way you want them, they are suddenly able to flow and change, to grow as they are meant to grow, naturally, according to the divine plan and grace that fills our universe. Say, I now gratefully receive the divine grace and unconditional love of Kuan Yin, Butterfly Queen. Thank you for the blessings of grace that now dance through me. May this grace transform my heart and my life into an expression of pure love and higher consciousness. I surrender into the sweetness of your grace and the joyful flow of life. Om Mani Padme Hum. Prayer to the Dancing Butterfly Queen. I now choose to surrender struggle and doubt and open to the blessings of Kuan Yin's divine grace, through which all manner of things become possible. Butterfly Queen, may I hear in my own heart the divine music of joy and peace to which you dance. Om Mani Padme Hum. It has been a slice. I absolutely love doing these live meditations, everybody. I hope to see you all next week on the 21st, which is next Thursday, out on Topsail Beach. We're doing a summer solstice Celtic bonfire. So it's going to be quite interesting, I think. Love to see you all there. My time is just about up. So I will say, enjoy this new moon. So the 3 days that we've just gone through and 3 days on, we feel the strength of this new moon. So for the next 2 weeks, everything that we just talked about, that I just talked about with you, this is when everything is structuring itself. So it's time to relax. It's time to have fun. It's time to smile a lot. It's time to make new friends. It's time to renew old acquaintances. It's just time to give all the love you can to everything that's out there. And especially, most especially, to yourself. Do the mirror work. Look in the mirror and tell yourself how much you love you, because every single one of you are well worth it. And I love you all. See you next month, live on Facebook, or next Thursday, live on Topsail Beach. And we will be having a full moon meditation at the end of the month. Thanks. Bye.